Taiz has been under Houthi blockade since 2015. Although the UN truce clearly indicates the lifting of the blockade and opening main roads, nothing of this has been materialized yet. Now, the talks that started yesterday in Amman under the UN auspices have raised hopes again for people to get rid of such unfair siege. This report has more details.
Hundreds of people in the war-torn Yemen protested against the blockade and siege on Taiz by Houthi rebels. Among the crowds, there were women and children holding up signs in English that read, "End Taiz siege." It was agreed as part of the 2-month renewable truce that began in April to lift the siege on Taiz. Taiz, which has a population of around 600,000 people and is located in Yemen's mountainous southwest, has been cut off from the rest of the world since 2015 when the Houthi rebels closed the main routes into the city. According to the United Nations, more than 150,000 people have been killed and millions displaced, creating the world's worst humanitarian crisis. The UN Special Envoy Hans Grunberg said that the talks began in Amman between both sides on the opening of roads in Taiz and other governorates. The holding of the talks was a key component of the truce agreement, in addition to the resumption of the commercial flights from rebel-held Sana'a and the return of fuel ships to the lifeline port of Hodeidah. Sana'a's airport, which has been blockaded by the coalition, had its first commercial flight in 6 years last week. Ships carrying oil have also been permitted to dock in Hodeidah. The talks and protests come just 1 week before the nationwide truce is set to expire, with UN efforts underway to extend it. The truce is the first in more than 7 years in efforts to end Yemen's war, which has killed tens of thousands of people and brought the country dangerously close to hunger. Finally, there is hope to extend the truce, which is set to expire June 2, as the Houthis announced last week that they are considering the UN proposal to extend the UN-brokered truce.